So if we're going to graph g of x right here, what we first notice is there's no horizontal shift, but there's going to be a shift up. It's going to be flipped because of the negative, and it's going to be stretched by a factor of 3. So what I can now know to plug in, what numbers will I plug in? Well, the base of ln is e, so I'm going to put in e, and I'm also going to put in 1 because there's no horizontal shift. So 1 and e are my two numbers I'll put in, 1 and e. So when I plug those in, let's see what I get. I get negative 3 log base e 1 plus 3. Now make sure that 1 goes in kind of inside. Which when you do that, you get negative 3, and log base e1 is 0, and then we're going to add 3. So we get 3. All right, the next one I have negative 3 times log base e plus 3. Now for this one, I get negative 3 times this right here is 1 plus 3, which is negative 3 plus 3, which is 0. All right, so when I plot these, I got 1, 3. So go over 1, up 3. There's a dot. And I have E0. Now, E is about 2.7. So this is about 2.7 right here, 0. So somewhere around there, 2.70. I have my asymptote, which is normal. So my normal asymptote is at x equals 0. No shifts horizontally. And if you look at this, can you kind of tell, because like this, not like, woo, that wouldn't make any sense. Plus, see the negative here? It should be an upside down log, because normal logs go like that, so it's kind of upside down because of the negative. So let's draw through those dots next to the asymptote, and then we're going to start turning, and maybe something like that for that natural log. There's our graph. Just a sketch. Now my asymptote, what is my asymptote? Well, it's that green line, which in this situation is x equals 0. What is my domain? Well, we start at 0, which is not included, and go to the right, which would mean all values greater than 0. 0 cannot be included, or you can say from 0 to infinity, both parentheses. Either one's fine. All right, next one, when is g of x equal to 3? So let's draw in 3. All right, 3 would be right about here. So if I drew in 3, that's not an asymptote. And we're wondering, when do these graphs cross? Because this is y equals 3. The blue is the graph we graphed. So we have g of x is the blue. 3 is the yellow. So where they cross is right there. They cross at 1, 3. And we want the x value. So solving this for x is x equals 1, not x equals 3, because that's what we're looking for. Looking for 3. All right, last one. What interval is g of x positive? So positive, g of x positive. Where is it above the x-axis? Because right here, g of x is 0. So I want it positive, I want above. So isn't it right here? Isn't that graph right there above the x-axis? While this is below the x-axis. So what's that interval right there, where this blue part is? Well, isn't it from 0 to e? Because that's 2.7 or e. So the interval would be from 0 to e, or about 2.7. Other way to write that would be 0 less than x less than e. Both those are perfectly fine answers.